Welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you for liking and subscribing. Hello, we have a lot to talk about. As you know, I'm a fan of the present moment. I'm a fan of enjoying life, and it's really hard to enjoy life unless you're present. In fact, many of your happiest experiences probably occurred because you were highly present at that moment. Your soul is enormous and it's having multiple lifetimes at one time. There are so many different realms that you can exist in, physical and non-physical, and the soul is so large, it divides up its energy to be in different realities, which is very cool. And Earth is a popular destination with over 8 billion, I think, or yeah, 8 billion humans, not to mention oceans and all the animals there and all the animals on the land and the air and the rocks and grass and single cell organisms. Everything has a soul. And because your soul is having multiple lifetimes at one time, it clearly thinks that coming to a physical reality where you don't have as much consciousness as you would in other time-space realities is important. And that's because here in the physical realm, you have to learn how to become present. I mean, at least you have an option or a choice to do so. A lot of people are very unpresent throughout their day. They're in their brain thinking, analyzing, thinking, analyzing, thinking, analyzing. They're not really looking at the surroundings as they walk their dog. I walk Charles, as you know, if you've listened to me before, a lot. Right now we're walking like 4 miles a day. And most people have their headphones on because I'll walk by my neighbors and I'm saying hi and they're pointing to their earbuds because they're listening to a program, or some people might be talking to others on the phone, but they are far from present. In fact, they're probably listening to NPR, which is talking to them about things that probably have nothing to do with them personally. And being in the present moment is a highly personal experience. It's like feeling your feet in your shoes as you're walking on the sidewalk. And I know for a lot of people, it seems so boring to focus on the suds if you're going to wash dishes by hand, or folding warm towels that get out of the dryer, or changing the oil in your car. Although, cars are so advanced these days, very few people can change the oil themselves in their cars. But it's those moments that actually increase your consciousness. They elevate your awareness. They make you multisensory, which is what you're meant to be. You're meant to be in this physical world, having a physical experience, being present as often as you possibly can, and expanding your multisensory awareness. And that's one of the reasons why you come here, because it's in the present moment, which is kind of the nothingness. That's why it feels boring, but it's really not boring. It's actually very alive. Imagine you're, sitting on a sidewalk, just hanging out on a beautiful sunny day. And just from a casual glance, it may look boring. There might be no traffic if it's in a cul-de-sac or a road in your neighborhood. But if you were to stop for just a moment and just kind of look down, you might start to see some ants crawling around. Now, if you get really present, because that's your present moment, you're sitting on the concrete, maybe it's kind of a quiet day and ants are scurrying close to you. And if you focus on them, you actually can have an experience with ants, which are highly intelligent, very cooperative creatures. They have an energy of their own. And when you can just hone in on something, the leaves of a tree swaying back and forth, and I know most people hate this idea that I'm talking about, that's where the multisensory energy opens, because the rest of the world is definitely more multisensory aware. Animals, insects, nature are in vibration of the multisensory world. That's how they think. That's how they work. That's how they know when to go get food and they know when to stay, right? Animals know which trees to go live in and which ones not to, not because they're analyzing and processing information like humans. It's because they're feeling energy. They're multisensory creatures. In fact, I'm always surprised when someone says to me, "Oh, you treat your dog so well." I'm like, yeah, he's a very intelligent creature, as is your dog that you're ignoring. So getting present opens up all the doorways to the multisensory world. If you want to have more abilities like clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentient, get quiet and start focusing on the nothingness, the things that humans think is meaningless, because that's where the doorway is to the multisensory world. And once you enter that multisensory world, it's going to seem fascinating, even if you're just looking at fabric and all the threads coming off of the fabric, because it's alive with energy. There isn't anything in the universe that isn't alive with energy. So that's your entrance. What if you did that for an entire week and you did it every hour? You somehow came in connection with something in the present moment. Like I have a bottle of water right here. And as I was talking, the bottle was kind of shaking a little bit. And I actually moved into the water molecules here. And they're so incredibly intelligent. You can learn information that you think that you have no access to just by becoming present. And the present moment is always available to you. It's constantly available to you. It's constantly aware for you. It's always there. It never goes away. But you have to look for it, engage with it, stop thinking, allow your mind to become what it was created to be, which is quiet. The mind was created to be quiet so that you will know when you're supposed to turn on the alarm for your phone, so you get up at the right time, or that you put the right gas in your car, or you pay your bills on time, or transfer funds, or whatever it is that you are meant to do logically. That's what your brain was created for. So try to get out there in the world and have fun with ants and water jiggling in a glass bottle, or the threads of your clothing. I want you to get curious about it and sit with it and see if you can allow yourself to move into the nothingness, because that's where all the power is. That's where the magic is. That's where you want to be. Have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.